Yes.
Any update on Oscar?
Well, he's supposed to practice today, so we'll have a better idea.
I know you said you weren't going to limit his minutes long term, but whenever he's able to come back, do you have to bring him back a little more slowly, or can he?
He's been doing the conditioning stuff. He just hadn't been on that court, and that's totally different. My guess would be he plays 3 or 4 minutes at a stretch, if he plays. It's going to have to get through that and make sure there's no swelling. From what I'm hearing, he doesn't have the lift yet. So, but knowing him, he wants to play. But I can't tell you right now.
How are your bigs in the meantime? How are you seeing them becoming more assertive with the minutes that they're getting?
Well, it's given Lance a chance, and it's given Ugo a chance. Ugana and Lance are 2 different players, and I keep saying, you got to impact the game, or the other guy plays. Now, what does that mean? You're impacting the game, Lance, in a different way than he is. He can't impact it like you do, and you can't impact it like him, but you got to impact the game, and you got to come up with balls. You got to figure that out. And as long as that's the case, and they've had 2 games of 20 minutes each, they're both going to have an opportunity in this game, and you know, the game is going to be physical. The guys on my team that are physical will have the best opportunity. In this kind of game, you know, if a guy struggles physically, you just next game, because this is a hand-to-hand combat, the way they play. And they wedge, they tip out. If you don't grab balls with 2 hands, you're not getting them. One of the best offensive rebounding teams in the country. They fly up and down. They had Gonzaga beat. If you watch the game, they should have won that game. And you know, now they're a top 20 team, which they were at the beginning. They're big, so they're good. The biggest thing with us, we haven't practiced together. This isn't like, put a group together, let's try to go play Michigan State on national television. I mean, I have no idea what to expect. I don't. First of all, I don't know if he's playing or how much he'll play in Oscar. Severe just joined. Damian had 2 days of practice before he left. Then we came back. I mean, how's he do? We have no idea. I'm going in, and that's why I've said all along, it's going to take us time to get this right. We've changed a lot of things in how we're playing based on what people are doing to us. And I told the team, by the end of the year, some of the stuff we're doing now, you want to remember it because we won't run it. And there'll be new stuff that we think this is better suited for this team, which we do most years.
You're saying you expect Damian to get in and do a few minutes as well?
I would expect Damian to play, yes. I mean, he's, you know, he practiced Wednesday and Thursday of last week, and then he practiced Monday, and he'll practice today. So I would say he's good to go.
Was there anything in particular you took from the Michigan State Gonzaga game when you watched?
They're physical, and they do a great job of pick and roll, space in the court. Their 4 can really shoot. Hauser's a terrific shooter. Their guard is a downhill runner. He comes right at you and leads with elbows and knees. It's the typical Tom Izzo coach team. I mean, when they screen, they screen. And no, like, let me avoid this. I'm coming to you to let you know. And, you know, it'll be exciting. It'll be a hard game for us. I mean, I'm going to say it again. I have no idea what to expect.
It's kind of ironic you get it back in that building in Indianapolis where you
We've been good in that building. I mean, we have had good runs. I can remember that Notre Dame game, one of the best games, and I believe West Virginia before that. In other years, well, I think we beat Wichita State, who was undefeated, I think, was in that building. We've had a great run. That team we played, everybody knows now, they could have been in the Final Four. We could have, should have, whatever, but that team was not a slouch team we got beat by. And being injured, and so we've been good up there. Now, they have played more games in there, but they got a little bit of a new team because they play their tournament there.
Kevin, your teams and Tom's teams have gone at it quite a bit. Do you have like any memory that comes back of facing one of his teams in the past?
I can't remember. I think we were in Chicago when we had Julius, and the only way we could stay in the game was throw it to Julius every single time the second half. No, you don't understand what I'm saying. And ran the same play to throw it to Julius because all we were trying to do is give us a chance. I think we were down 20-2 to start the game, if I remember right. I remember Tyrese going absolutely bonkers, throwing bombs from NBA level. So there have been great games, and they're wars. If you're not ready for a war, this isn't the game. I mean, this is going to be, they fly up and down the court, they get it in quick, they rebound and run. They've got good post-up players at 3 different positions. All 3 can post you. They're good.
I know you can't say much about the announcement later today, but already you guys are signing the 2023 class. It looks like it's going to be, on paper at least, one of the best you guys have ever had. What do you think of that class?
Well, you can't evaluate until after they've been here and they play a little bit, and then you look back and say, wow. So some of the classes that we were saying wow before, we said wow after too. But unbelievable group of young people. They all wanted to be here together. And they are all, there's a talent level there. But it's let them do their thing, and then we'll all get together and talk about individuals and all that. But it's, hopefully good group of kids.
Izzo said today in his press conference, he told you it's almost illegal that you got 4 seniors. It's just a different looking team. I saw it on Twitter today, and I guess, how do you feel like your team matches up against Wichita State?
Well, he says it's illegal. We're supposed to be playing against freshmen. That year was Julius, the Harrison brothers, James Young, and I believe either Willie or Dakari. I mean, we started 5 freshmen that year, 5 freshmen, and literally thought we were okay until we played them. And they smashed us. And then I said we kept it close because they literally threw it to Julius every time. But, it's kind of like I've had a long enough career that I've coached veteran teams. Would I rather do it if they're really talented? Yes. But if they're really talented, they probably leave. So, this is unique. We got a talented group. We got a talented group of freshmen. Now, this isn't about talent or age, team. And we have not practiced together as a team. So I'm telling you, there'll be stuff out there that you'll say, what in the world did he just do? Well, Oscar's not been around for 4 weeks. We had Xavier out for like 2 weeks. Damian has been out 2 weeks, in and out. And you're talking 3 players that we could be relying on. But it gave Lance a chance, Ugo a chance, it gave Jacob a chance to play more, it gave Chris a chance to play 3 and 4. And he's just physically done all the stuff we've asked him to do. It gave Kaysen a chance to be at point, which means we have any hiccups, he can move to point and we're fine. Last year that was an issue. Now we have more than one, and you guys know I like to play more than 1 point guard anyway. I like to play 2 on the court at the same time.
Obviously, you have to practically beg guys at times to rebound with 2 hands. And Ugonna seems to have come in with that trait already. How big of a factor is that in him
Well, again, you know, at the end of the day, it's about performance and it's about results. And if he's reaching for balls with 2, he's going to have better results than you reaching with 1 and having it tipped or fumbling it or whatever, which means he will play more. That's just the way it is. I mean, and so we have been, as you know, my whole career, that's what it's about. You rebound with 2 hands. You're not going after any balls with 1. And if you do, it's because somebody pushed you and you reached. So he's done great. More than that, he's impacted the game defensively. When you have a guy that's 7 foot near that basket, you're not getting layups. You don't. Now you got to shoot balls, or you won't go in there. So he's done good. But Lance had 4 blocks last game. I mean, he left his man and went after it pretty good.
Sabir said he loves it, those guys behind him, because he can really go after the ball handler.
Yep. Yep.
Is this the kind of game that CJ and Antonio may have more difficulty getting a wide open shot off as they have in the first couple of games?
Not if Oscar's in there. And you got your choice. Don't let them touch it. Stay out there and let Oscar go one-on-one. And then you trap, and Oscar's been a pretty good passer. So he makes it different. You guys know, I've said this from day one, if you have no post presence, your team is a fraud. It is. You're going to end up trying to shoot 33s, and it looks fun. We need to play that way. All right, now you make 3 out of 30, and then you lose. Then, why are we playing that way? So post presence is, you'll get that if they trap, but they're open. And both, I'm telling you, CJ and Antonio both amaze me, even in practice. And CJ comes every day. He's so appreciative that he's playing. He was out 1.5 years with injuries. He came in with 22% body fat. He's like at an 8 right now, 9. You look at his body, he doesn't look like the same guy. Antonio gained 15 pounds. So all of a sudden, he's going to the basket because he's not worried about getting bumped. Matter of fact, he's creating some bumps. Now, these bumps are different than the other bumps that they'll face. So you're going to find some stuff. And the same, like Kaysen going to the rim, that's what you want to do. You may have to dunk it on somebody because you may not be able to get a clean shot off.
What do you hope to, or expect to see out of Jacob with this game, especially as much as you've challenged him to be more physical and play down more?
Well, this is what the game will be. It'll bring it out of him. You know that's what it is. And he is so much better than he was 1 year ago. It's not even close. All right. But the game is a fight. It's not individual work. I'm competing against this guy, and I'm not out here just trying to show what I do. I compete against him. And if he's getting the best of me, I don't need to be on the court. I want to get the best of him. Well, it's a fight. You got to fight. You got to bat. And that doesn't mean foul, because if you foul, you have to come out. That means play the guy early. Be more physical with him early than he is with you early. And that's not just with Jacob. That's going to be our whole team. And, you know, when you're skilled and you're long and you can do those things, that means you'll rebound. I mean, everybody talks about my team's record when we hold somebody to 40% or when they score less than 63 or 55 and all these gaudy numbers. But the same could be said with the rebound margin. So the rebound margin, you out-rebound somebody by 10, 12 rebounds, that's a big number. And a bunch of those are going to end up being offensive rebounds. Last year, I think we offensive rebound nearly 14 a game. Well, we had 2 at halftime against Duquesne. And we got guys that don't think it's their responsibility. It is. 3 guys, it is. What are your attempts? So he's been fine. He just, as we go, if a team thinks you can be physical with any player on my team and it affects their play, how are they going to be played? Physical. So you say it ain't working. That physical stuff ain't working against me. That's every player on my team. When you negate that, now you have a big advantage because it's a mental thing now. We can't, you know, I like to do when teams think they're in the best shape of any team in the country, we run to timeouts. We run to free throws as they're like, what are these? And then they start running. Well, why am I doing that? Damn, these guys are in better shape than us. Yeah, we're in better shape than you. So whoever told you you're in the best shape of any team in the country, they lied to you. You're not. Now, they may be in better shape than us, but they're getting bumped when we're going to free throws. What? And they start running. Yes.
Well, there have been some years where this game, the Champions Classic, has been like the first game of the season for you. I mean, do you prefer that? Because you maybe an idea where you're
We all just, don't you want to see better games? So you need to wait a little bit. Let, you know, first game out of the gate, it's like brutal. You know, we played well some, we played bad some, but it's just a very, very hard game. So now everybody has an idea of what their weaknesses are. The coaches do. I know Tommy looked at my stuff and our games, and he knows. Matter of fact, I bet you they went through all the Bahamas stuff. They got about a 12-game package to watch us. And, you know, at the end of the day, it's who's going to impose their will, and or who even thinks about that. Impose your will. And they're well coached, they're talented, they're big players, they're four-man, maybe their best shooter. So a lot of pick and pops, a lot of stuff that you've got to maneuver. And when you have guys that haven't practiced together, there are going to be breakdowns. Now, you all got to be patient, but so do I. You know, it's hard for me. I think they should be playing like they've played for 22 years. But it's going to be the early part of this season. There's going to be some stuff that we're going to have to learn and to get them together.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thanks.
You can.